Good evening and welcome once again to the Blackstone Valley Ice Arena in Hopedale, Massachusetts. Alongside Rob O'Keefe, this is Patrick Garapi, here to bring you coverage of the 2015 Milford Scarlet Hawks hockey season. Tonight's matchup brings the Canton Bulldogs to town and was the final regular season game. Milford recently experienced a rough 5-game stretch that saw them go just 1-4 while being outscored 24-10. That run of games being capped off with an ugly 7-2 decision versus North Attleboro on February 11th. Since the 11th, an improved 2-0-2 while outscoring opponents 14-8. A recent 4-1 victory versus Taunton saw them both sweep the season series versus the Tigers while also clinching a playoff spot. The Hawks' most recent win came just a few days ago as they put away Bellingham 4-1. Canton comes into this one win better than the Hawks at 12-6-1. The Bulldogs' win total is down this season compared to previous ones as they've had 15 wins in each of the last 3 years. While they won't reach that plateau again this year, they are still firmly seated atop the Davenport division standings and look to be strong contenders once again. They have clinched at least a share of the division crown and they claim it for themselves with a win tonight. After 4 postponements due to weather, there will finally be a hockey game between Milford and Canton. Not only is it the last regular season game, but it's also senior night. The Hawks will look to finish their season strong against the top team in the Davenport division. Opening puck drop is next. Back live from senior night.
Seth
as
Little.
Seniors are being announced here.
This is Seth Little and his family here.
And Peter Schuler up next, Milford winger. Leading scorer, Drew Wild.
The photo op is backing up a little. Okay, here's Pete Schuler and his family.
Special moment for the parents here. Well, there's likely many years of support for these players to get them to where they are today.
Hockey parents are a different breed. It's a little bit more dedication and support that they need to give their children in order to get them to various ice times throughout the day and night.
Dealing with brutal cold.
Especially at this arena.
Can't say enough about them. Should get a look at Nick Mobilia here. One of the captains of the Hawks here, skating over to his parents, Sam Corotto. An integral part of the defense.
This is a rather large group of seniors that's leaving this team next season. And it's going to be big shoes or skates to fill for the underclassmen going into next season. So must take note of all that these seniors in particular have done for this program overall since they've been here.
These are some big impact players that you're seeing right now. That have a lot to do with the team's success. Sean Burns in a moment with his family. Now Captain Griffin Lynch. One of the top pivots on this team. And it appears that's it for the seniors now as we get ready for the rest of this evening. Welcome back to Hopedale now as we're set for the start of the first period between the Bulldogs and the Scarlet Hawks. And off the face-off, won by Mobilia and controlled by Milford, but unable to get through center ice as Matt Lazaro was able to pick it off and take it across the line. Lazaro leaves off, shot on there by Maffeo, and a good save from Ireland. Drew Wild dumping into the offensive zone for the Hawks. Left behind for John Femia. Kept in at the point, but intercepted there on the stick of seeing O'Mahony. O'Mahony up the wing to Hagen. Hagen going cross ice and now over the lines, Lazaro. Lazaro with it. Centering attempt gets blocked away. A little miscommunication here, but then picked up by Mobilia. Mobilia coming up the left wing, dumps it in, and Milford goes for a change here.
And they're going to have to make these quick shifts all game if they want to skate with Canton.
Cannon's a talented squad coming into this one. Even though playoff seedings are already all determined, you know Milford's not going to take this game lightly, as it's the last tune-up going into the playoffs for them, looking to win their first ever playoff game.
Well, just listening to Coach Balzerini's, Patrick, I'll let you cut in here.
Here's a chance for Canton, just missing on the side of the net there was Tommy Kilduff. Milford's still not out of the woods yet, in the slot, underneath some bodies. Croto, his hand on the puck, luckily not to get called there, but still in the zone. Ireland a save off the point shot. It's Schuler in the wing, able to get it out off the stick of Aiden Wild as he was unable to control it. Near
I'll quickly
chance.
say this, Patrick, this game is important to Canton in the seedings. If they can get this win, it'll give them a better chance of getting into the championship game.
Stansbury behind the net with it. Poking up the wing to Schuler. He can't get it past Goyach's forecheck. Schuler with the puck now, some time and space, trying to get past center ice, dumps it in. He's behind the red line, and they call it icing. Face-off coming back to the Milford end here, 12:49 to go here in the first period.
And I was saying, as I started to say before, Milford's not going to take this game lightly. They're not going to phone it in. They need this game to see what they can do against a significantly better opponent going into the playoffs, use it as a tune-up game, and really take note of things they can work on.
Tie up off the draw here, collected by Chase. He loses the puck off the check from Bobby Mullaney. Good play by Sean Burns there, breaking up the play. Chase dumps it into the corner. Seeing O'Mahony chips it around, and now taken back up the other way by Maffeo. Maffeo leads ahead, dumped into the zone there by Jack Goyach. A little fumble with the puck here, and Burns lucky not to cost his team a goal there. And now Lazaro's going to carry across the line into the slot. Lazaro, nifty little backhand pass, tipped away though by Burns. Along the boards now, Femia. Lazaro skating along the blue line, finds a man. That's Femia down there. He lays in deep for Lazaro. Lazaro loses the puck to Wild, and Wild will start up the other way. Good check off the puck there by Femia, dump back in for Canton.
One big difference you can tell between these two clubs is Canton is very vocal on the ice, always letting each other know where they are, which probably leads to a lot of their success.
Would have to agree with that one. Doing lots of the little things right that they need to in order to be successful. And it's led to year in, year out success for the program. Gilliard trying to tip ahead there, trying to beat his man Shane Walsh, unable to. Kilduff with it, has Mobilia stapling him to the boards. Pass a little in too deep there. Sorry, Rob, go ahead.
Canton seems to be a little bit more physical at this point in the game. And they also seem to not be afraid to take that extra little shot after engaging with the player. So let's see how that benefits or hurts them as the game goes on.
Milford limited opportunities so far in the offensive zone early in this one. But not looking like they're tremendously really behind the play either. Seem to have their skating legs early on. Wild to the point, finds Croteau. Croteau looking for some options, throws toward the net, and save, rebound, and a save there by Slocum.
Mobilia's in a nice spot for the rebound, but once again, having trouble finishing. Would have liked to see him throw that up a little bit higher over the goalie's shoulder, but instead it ended up right in his chest.
Griffin Lynch's line back on now for Milford. Mulaney wins the draw to himself and will try to carry up and out. Nice backhand pass right on the tip of Nagel. Nagel, a shot right through Burns' legs, goes wide of the net though. Behind that center attempt goes too far and past Jackson Maffeo as he has to retreat and chase down this puck. Pass too far ahead.
There. Created the bad pass.
Dump back in for Milford here behind the net with it is O'Mahony. Nagel can't control the puck and back to get it is Maffeo. Maffeo again back up the boards, no one there. Quick shot from Burns and a nice pad save there by Slocum. Burns attempt to keep in Camp though, and skating up with his Maffeo. Maffeo one-on-one. Maffeo backhand opportunity, in and out, and
ooh, that was in.
Let's see what we got for a call here.
Oh,
the
net's
post off.
Came off. See what the ref says.
And we have no goal.
No, I think it was a goal.
Let's see. Looks like
no goal.
They're keeping the face-off inside the offensive zone for Canton. So by a stroke of luck, this game remains scoreless. Off the draw here, shot goes wide.
Wow.
Kept in though. Lazaro, cross ice, finds Femia. Femia trying to stick handle through. Played back to the point for Murphy. Murphy thrown toward the net, steered aside. Still in the zone, but Femia elects to take it out and play back to the D.
Yeah, the play on the non-goal there developed because Burns went after the puck at the line. And Coach Balzerini has been worrisome about the Milford's defense, their ability. I'll let you play here.
Here's a 2-on-1 here. Mobilia coming in with Wild. Mobilia across and unable to find him.
Nice stick check.
Good defense there by Jerry Harding for Canton. Femia leads for Lazaro. Lazaro stick handles. Shot and goes to the corner. Out of the zone now. D to D to Harding. Harding across the blue line. Winds up, take a shot right off the pads at Croteau. Croteau takes a big hit there. He gets boarded, and they're going to call that one. Milford to the power play. And the first one of the afternoon for either team.
Yeah, Croteau had the right to play that puck up against the board, and the way he got hit was not good.
Really not a great penalty for Canton to take in the offensive zone like that.
Especially when they're scoreless this far into the game.
So a chance for Milford to swing some momentum here.
And what I'm just going to finish what I was saying before. Coach Balzerini doesn't want to see the D pinch as much or take chances at the line.
Croteau one-time attempt. Oh, he got a lot on that one, but it was too high. Flicked toward the net on a bouncing puck, and now back to the point. Croteau settles it nicely. Croteau trying to throw toward the front of the net, but gets turned over here. Let it head. Wow. Good play by Croteau. Getting the stick down in the passing lane and just intercepting that one.
That was pretty impressive. He was moving ahead, skating hard, and was still able to get a stick on it midair.
Nice lead into the zone here. Man goes down. Mobilia, no call there. Skating out with it is Hagan. Correction, Kirby. Kirby dumps it in. And Milford forced to start it up again. Drew Wild turns it over at his own blue line, let in ahead, but Wild first one to get there. He loses an edge And Lazaro, tricky player for Canton, getting tied up with Croto. And finally out of the zone, Aiden Wild taking it himself, trying to use his speed, throws one toward the net, saved there by Slocum. Femia behind, leaves off for Lazaro along the boards. Lazaro trying to lead ahead to end up staying in the zone, save off the point shot from Burns by Slocum. This power play just about over now for Milford as they'll be 0 for 1. Croto to Schuler, cross center ice and dumped in the zone behind Slocum. O'Mahony with it. Off the referee. Shot on, nice save there off the pads. As Wild with a nice turnaround pivot. Getting up with it is Femia. Femia to Stansbury's corner. Femia still with it, throws it across the slot. Kept in by the defense. On play by Maffeo. Burns through center ice there, but unable to get out of the zone. Stansbury, a light toss, but intercepted. Galvin in the corner has his pocket picked back by Stansbury. Stansbury tries to lead out, kept in just at the blue line into a sea of bodies. Now behind the net, first man on, it's going to be Galvin. Galvin checked down, but picked up there by Mulaney. You lose it. Stansbury finally able to clear the zone, and Milford's going to get a shift change right now.
Yeah, my guess is you're going to see a lot of dump and chase from Milford today. They're not going to take a chance with bringing it in too deep unless they know they have a straightaway path ahead of them. This Canton team has good speed and can transition on them quick.
Croto absorbs a big hit there from Maffeo and is able to get it in deep. Good play by Gilliott to pick the puck off. Back to the point, shot. Might have gotten tipped, but a good save there. Rebound, and that one never really got through the net. Lots of sticks in the way. Gilliott leaves off for Wild. Wild back to Mobilia, who plays to the point for Croto, back down low. Gets through Wild. Gilliott gets thrown off the puck by Maffeo. Croto, nice little tip to keep in the zone. In pursuits, Hagen. Correction, Kirby again.
Good pressure here from Milford to keep this in the zone.
Nice work, absolutely, along the boards especially. Croto just using everything he's got in his willpower to keep this puck in the zone.
He's like a goalie at the blue line. He's not letting anything past him.
Milford with a really strong shift here. Turnover right out in front of the net. Galvin trying to get out. He can't. Shot gets blocked down. And another chance from Schuler goes just wide, bouncing past the post. Finally, Canton able to clear the zone.
Wow.
But not after a really great shift from Milford.
Impressive. Milford is not taking this game lightly.
Coming out to play against one of the top teams here.
And you wonder if maybe Canton came into this game taking Milford too lightly.
About 4:10 to go here in the first period. Still a lot of hockey to be played, but we're scoreless. Flipped in here, a nice stick by Ireland, disrupting the play for Hagen. Hagen back to the point. Settled down by Walsh. Walsh thrown toward the net. And now in behind, Lazaro trying to get the puck. Burns having some trouble with it as well, trying to sweep the pass. Can't get it past Hagen, though. Hagen for Femia. Femia back to the point. Finding Harding. Harding D to D. Shot from the point goes wide from Walsh. Another chance. That one hits a body. Harding looking for options. Goes down the boards. Finds Lazaro. Lazaro with Burns all over him, trying to get through. He still managed to. Throws toward the net. Sticked aside by Brian Ireland. Kept in at the point by Walsh. Thrown toward the net. And a save there from Ireland. The pendulum beginning to swing back the other way for the Bulldogs as they are controlling the play now, taking it to Milford. Femia back to the point. Walsh's shot hits a body. Rebound, save with a pad. Puck in the open there, and another save. Lots of play at the side of the net there, and finally Schuler able to skate it back the other way. Throws it in right on Slocum, and Milford's going to get the change here. Right back up and dumped in by Hagen. Croto with Kirby right in front of him. Goes up the wing to Gilliott, who reverses it back to Croto. Kirby again in pursuit there.
Yeah, Milford right back out with their top line again.
Canton dumps it back in. Croto against Jenkins. Jenkins trying to win a foot battle there. In behind that, Kilduff. Kilduff looking for a centering attempt, only finding Drew Wild though, and he'll skate it back the other way. If they hurry, they might have numbers. A little bit of a pinch there made by O'Mahony, and he's able to reclaim possession of the puck. Not out of the zone though, Lathrop keeps it in. Behind the net, Wild trying to fight for it. He has a look in the center, but a good stick there from Canton. Mobilia along the boards trying to pin. Skating it out is Kirby. Lathrop on the puck. Hits the stick of Jenkins and is still in the zone. Goyich just dumps it in deep.
Yeah, not sure who he was waiting on to get that puck. He was the only man in the area.
This puck pops out off a Milford player and into the netting. Face-off will come here with 1:40 to go in Ireland's zone.
It was really small play, but had a big effect on that shift there. For Milford was Pete Schuler after that big shift by Canton. Managed to get a shot on goal instead of icing it. That allowed the Milford team to change up their lines, get some fresh legs instead of having it another face-off in the zone. They managed to work it out.
Burns up the boards, can't get it out. Again to Burns, turned over, steered back toward the net for Ireland, and he's gonna have to hold on here as Canton continues to put the pressure on.
If we go back to that big shift by Canton, Ireland making some big saves. Nice right to left push, throwing the pad and the glove out there to stop a near goal.
Turnaround shot by Hagen goes wide. Croto able to get it out of the zone. Maffeo passing over to Harding. Harding up for Femia. Femia's got a man with him. That's Hagen. Femia behind the net on the backhand. And now Burns without a stick as he loses it. Shot here and a good save by Ireland, a key one too. Chance for Burns to recover and Milford to have all their parts in order. Femia versus Mobilia for the draw. Femia wins it. Nice play of the D here, walking in with a shot and a good save there by Ireland. Square of the shooter. That was Maffeo unleashing that slap shot. Thrown toward the net. Puck rides up Ireland and manages to snare it with the glove. As we are now under a minute, 50.3 seconds to go here in the first period, still scoreless.
And if Milford can make it out of here, don't want to jinx him here, but they can make it out of here with 0-0. Oh, I just jinxed him.
Right off the draw, a goal for the Bulldogs, and it's 1-0 just like that. All it took was about 3 seconds or so.
All it took was me opening my big mouth saying if they can make it out of here with a 0-0 tie, I'd say that's a win for Milford, but
I'd say that's a loss for everybody now. 1-0 Canton in the final minute now of the first period, and what's going to be one of the slowest final minutes ever if they don't keep this puck in play. Schuler trying to get past him, man, taking some beating there. Maffeo skating it up. Maffeo leaves it off, and Jenkins backhands it in the zone with 20 seconds to go now. Looking for options, goes back to the point. Jenkins to Maffeo. Maffeo winds up with a shot that goes wide, still 10 seconds to go. At the point, O'Mahony throws toward the net, and we have a penalty here, it appears, on Milford. And a cross check being called on Captain Sam Corotto as he heads to the box with 5.5 to go in what has been a not so great ending to the first period for Milford.
And you don't want to see Croto in the box against a team like that. He is a huge cog in the defense, and to lose him even for a couple seconds is not good.
Shot from the point gobbled up by Ireland. 1.2 to go. Canton bench getting into it here as they start to feel some energy at the end of the first. So you gotta imagine Femia's gonna try to win this one right on to Ireland. And a good play from Mobilia to tie it up just enough off the draw, and that'll take care of the first period. A late goal from Canton has them up 1-0. We'll be back with second period action after this. Back here between periods with Hawks winger Alec Gilliott. And Gilly, tell me about your team's play in the first period here and assess overall how it's been against a good team like Canton.
Well, we're really happy about our play. Canton's a really good team. They're really good. They're one of the best in the Hawk. And you know, we were going into this period expecting them to come. Keeping them to one goal was a success for us. So yeah.
Canton's always viewed as a perennial contender within the division, so what do you think that makes them such a challenge for most teams to play against?
Well, you know, they have a very good offense and defense, but you know, like they said, number I think 11 and 9, they were very good players. They can really bring it. Our only shot is just keeping their shooters away from the net.
Now, playoff seeding's already been determined, so you know that you have a game ahead against North Attleboro. Not to get too far ahead, obviously, as we want to look past Canton here. But what are your team's feelings going into the playoffs? How do you guys feel?
Well, we feel really good. North Attleboro is a very good opponent. We're really happy to play them. We had a couple of good games against them this year. So you know, tonight was a sort of a preparation game for that. So you know, we should do good.
All right, Alec. Thank you, and good luck the rest of the way tonight.
Thank you.
We are back and set for second period action here as things are underway. Again, 1-0 to score in favor of Canton on a last-minute goal at the end of the period. Harding with it behind his net leads up for Lazaro. Lazaro, a nice little cut across to avoid Mobilia. He leads into the zone for Femia, who leaves it back for Lazaro. Lazaro twisting with the puck now, trying to get past Wild. Again, Canton's still on the power play, carryover time.
Ooh. Almost a break for Wild there.
Harding down to Femia. Femia off the stick of Lathrop. Good stick position for him. Femia still with it in the corner, not really being too challenged. Back for Harding. Harding back for Femia. Femia with an opening, trying to skate toward the net, throws it on in, and Ireland quickly in the butterfly, able to stop that one and hold on.
Yeah, Lathrop in a big battle down low in front of the net, trying to clear out that space in front of Ireland so he could see that shot. Didn't win it, but he got enough of the body on that other Canton player to make it a clear shot for Ireland to see that shot, make the save.
Off the face-off here, a little bit of a tie-up. And it's getting to it is Mulaney. Mulaney, quick tuck away and a score! Good play, Tommy Kilduff. The sophomore forward makes it 2-0. And a tough way to start the period if you're Milford.
Yeah, Lathrop, again, doing his best down low, but he couldn't keep track of who he was supposed to cover, and the forward slipped behind him, and that man out front was wide open for the shot on goal.
Just like that, 2-0 in the span of 2 game minutes. And now it's time to see how Milford's going to respond. Aiden Wild led up ahead. Schuler, fancy little pass through the legs and dumped in. O'Mahony trying to get it up and out, and they finally do. Burns from the red line dumps it in. Slocum settles it down for O'Mahony. Plays up for Nagel. Nagel off the skates, recollects it, only for the moment. Now taking it back is Mulaney. Mulaney shot high off of Ireland's pad. O'Mahony throws toward the net through a screen, and a nice save there with the pad. Ireland trying to cut down the angle, puck pops up, and a whistle here. And I think it looks like the netting has come off again.
You know, it's funny, we didn't really touch on it at all this season.
The nets
Remember
being, oh yeah, I was just
last
thinking the
season,
same
the
thing.
nets were constantly coming off the moorings, and this is the first time we've actually seen it all season. So congrats to the maintenance team here at the rink for taking care of that problem.
Assuming they did anything at all.
Could just be coincidence, and it probably is.
Ireland ties up again here, another draw to come to his left.
But it was much more prevalent last season.
Agreed. D to D along the blue line, thrown toward the net, blocked down. Still in deep though, Kilduff. And back to the point, Murphy. Kilduff back to Murphy again. Murphy winds up with a shot that flies wide. Leveled down to the ice there is Sean Kirby. A redirect, never got through the net completely, and dumped down ice. Icing here as Slocum puts his glove in the air.
Excuse me, sir.
Yep.
Sorry. Could I ask that you just were trying to get the scoreboard?
Oh,
Sorry. Thanks.
Have a little packed house. You got to move that thing up.
Good save by Ireland there, but still play remains in the Milford end. Mobilia wins the draw. Stansbury hard around the boards, looking to spring wild, but kept in. Maffeo takes a good hit from Burns, manages to stay on his feet. Lazaro sticking with the puck after having his stick lifted. Still trying to stick handle in a phone booth there. Gilliat
Nice hit by Gilliat.
trying to throw a hit there on C. Mahoney. Maffeo's shot goes off a body in front and sprays to the corner. Big hit laid there by Gilliat. Trying to lead ahead wild, but the puck awkwardly in his skates. Mobilia able to pinch and keep it in there. Burns trying to throw one toward the net. That one gets sticked aside in front before it even reaches Slocum. And we have an offside here. Gilliat inadvertently bringing the puck in and out of the zone. Or I think he might have even thought that all of his players had cleared already. Now face off just outside the zone. Griffin Lynch able to win it back. Aiden Wild trying to spin it the other way, but taken back by Mulaney. Tommy Galvin into the zone. Taken back by Lathrop. Schuler clearing it out now. Wild going down the ice, so he was unable to receive that one. Up the boards and now out of the zone. Mulaney leaving it back for Galvin. Galvin to the defense. Goyich in on Ireland, able to settle things down. Croto right back up and out of the zone, but back into Canton's possession. Croto having some trouble with the puck in his feet. Fortune able to clear it away, but not out. Shot toward the net, gets stick down by Lynch. Let out front and a good stick there again. Croto skating up the wing, absorbing a hit, but not getting the puck out. Canton really forcing the issue right now. Jenkins in on the forecheck, trying to disrupt Lathrop's play. Lynch with it, trying to lead up ahead for Schuler, but he senses a hit coming and the puck gets right by him. Seeing Mahoney right in his face. This one's gonna be an icing here. Play will come back to Canton's end with 10:04 to go in the second period. A tough start so far to the second for Milford as Canton's really controlled the majority of the play here, limiting any kind of good opportunities for Milford. This one played ahead, handled nicely by Burns. He spins it the other way. Mobilia skating with it Loses control though. Players going end over end. Skating with his Kirby. Kirby playing to the corner. Kilduff against Stansbury. Now supported by Mobilia up the boards to Gilliat. Gilliat leads for Wild. Wild just avoiding a hit there from Kirby. And Gilliat carries up. Gilliat trying to squeeze through. Tripped up a little bit, but still having possession of the puck. If only for the moment. Kirby takes it back for Canton now. For Jenkins. Jenkins back to Kirby, going a little inside out. Shot, and a nice save with the toe there by Ireland. Gilliat trying to clear out again, unable to. Ireland smacks his stick down the ice, trying to encourage his team. Lazaro playing around. Lazaro on the backhand lifts it high and wide, showing his shiftiness. In on Slocum here, puck rolls in, he covers up with Mobilia right in their presence, and a faceoff will come back in the Canton zone.
That was a long shift for that line, so it's good to see them get a change here.
Face-off won by Schuler, shot high over the glove from Lathrop. Schuler, nice job to keep it in. Aiden Wild picks it up now. Wild along the boards trying to get past the man. That's Taylor Murphy, kept in by Kroto. And now skated free as Hagan plays that for Lazaro. Lazaro down the wing, centering attempt. Goes off a skate, back to the defense, shot on. Off a bite and just wide of the net. That one looks like it went off the skate of Hagan and just missed the far post there. Lazaro protecting well. Leaves off for Tyler Murphy. Murphy turns over for Lynch. Lynch led up ahead for Wild. Wild, a quick wrist shot. That had some steam on it. Still going high over the glove. Slocum not really facing a lot of challenges here in the second period so far. And we're about halfway through it.
Yeah, Milford's got to start getting some of these shots a lot lower. Throwing them at the pads, waiting for a rebound would be a much better idea than just shooting it wide over the net.
Lazaro skating over the Milford line. Lazaro in behind the net now, still with the puck. Has men dogging him everywhere. He throws it back to the point, but nobody home. Slocum settles it down. Gilliat quickly back in the zone. Slocum settles it again. Goyich up the wing and a shot there. Saved by Ireland on the shot by Mike O'Connor.
I think Ireland would appreciate it if his teammates could keep the puck on the other end for a while so he could get a breather. He's been working a lot out there.
Mobilia versus O'Connor on the draw, and it's controlled by Milford. Wrapped around the boards. Wild can't hang on to it. Quickly, 3 Cannon players right over along the boards to help out, including O'Connor and Nagel. But it's Mobilia skating away with it. Nice stick there from Maffeo. Milford reclaims it. Gilliat takes a big hit, and Mobilia doesn't have a stick.
Yeah, if he had a stick, he could play that behind the net. And now there's confusion as he comes off.
Trying to get around Sean Burns. And unfortunately, the puck was heading that way too.
He kind of took a weird route to the bench. I don't know if he was looking for someone to give him a stick or not.
Out of the zone, D to D now. Maffeo dumps in, taken by Stansbury. That one goes off a stick. Gilliat decides to settle it down himself in their own zone. And that puck is just offside, apparently. The layers for Canton have been evident this period. Milford really having a difficult time getting good opportunities.
Milford kind of fell back into their long shifts, though. They haven't been changing as quickly as they did in the first period. And that was helping them out for the most part, skating to be able to skate with Canton. And now they're going back to these long shifts, and plays like that happen where they can't even get out of the zone.
Bad pass from Wild there. Gilliott with the puck at his feet, can't find it. Swivels it back the other way. Just ahead of Wild, and they'll go off for a change.
Mobilia's Deadwood is still in that corner down at the Canton end.
Intercepted here by Wild.
And it comes into play there.
Dumped in off the stick. This one gets wrapped around. Croto trying to pressure to keep it in. Doing a good job at the blue line. Schuler takes it, finds a man. It's Lynch. Lynch opened his shot right into the glove. And I was waiting for that one was Slocum. .446 to go in the second period. Again, still 2-0 in favor of Canton.
Yeah, Slocum's a tall goalie, so better off shooting it low if you're going to shoot it.
Harding behind the net. Trying to gain the edge around Schuler. He does. Sloppy play in the neutral zone leads to Lazzaro's breakout here. Lazzaro skating with it, trying to create some opportunities for himself. Leaves off of the defense, goes D to D. Shot high into the body there. On a stick by Walsh. Harding shot toward the net. That one goes wide. Lots of traffic in front for Ireland to deal with, including some of his own players. Walsh up to Lazzaro. Lazzaro taps back for Harding.
And Canton's creating more problems for themselves than they need to right now.
Canton's speed seems to be playing a factor here so far, as you see Milford not really picking their heads up to find the passes, instead just kind of assuming where the players are, and then that leads to awkward passes kind of in the skates and doesn't make it easy to receive one sometimes.
Here you go, numbers here.
Wild trying to beat it along the wing. Centered out front, but 4 Canton players right there to deal with it. Now skated back up by Goyich. Goyich has Harding in front and support from O'Connor.
Nice play by Stansbury.
Gilliott dipping through. Played up in the head, but nobody home. Off Gilliott there on the attempt from O'Mahony. And Maffeo will stop by in his own net and see what he has for options. He likes to go up the right wing, who leads to center in a quick transition to the left winger, Jack Goyich. Goyich turns it over though. Gilliott loses an edge. And it's Mobilia, nearly avoiding some knee-to-knee contact there. That was a close one. Stick loss from Gilliott. And he quickly goes and retrieves the stick from the bench, but a little de facto power play in the meantime for Canton. And they escape with it. Gilliott across the line. Stick getting in the skates of the Canton players. Gilliott behind the net. Going up against Kirby, able to twist it back the other way. Maffeo behind the net. Up the boards, nobody there except for RJ Stansbury. Nice backhand over to Burns. Burns quickly out of the zone. And recovered by Canton in their own end. This pass just up ahead and out of the reach. Thus an icing with the faceoff coming back to the Canton zone.
Yeah, most of that play in the last couple minutes has been in the neutral zone. Neither team giving either team a crisp entry into their zones.
And the puck goes right back in, and again on Slocum, he covers up.
We got a mouthpiece.
Schuler unable to win the draw there. And Lazaro will carry ahead for Canton. Trying to get around the long reach of Burns. Temporarily able to, but now taken back by Lynch. Lynch play up ahead off the stick of Wild. Lazaro at center ice skating in again, as we are now at about 1 minute and 5 seconds to go in the second period. You might be able to tell, or you might not. Scoreboard may or may not be visible. In behind the net, trying to center up front, but a good play by Schuler, and that one gets out of the zone. Schuler with a nice poke. Has a little bit of space. Harding closing in on him quickly, trying to lay the body. Centering attempt, shot by Lynch, and a good save there on the turnaround attempt. Play wrapped around here. Burns, little backhand chips, keep it in the zone. Into the corner for Hagen. Hagen up ahead. Finds Mulaney. Mulaney across the line. Mulaney thrown toward the net, glove down with 14.3 seconds to go in the second period.
Sorry, do you mind? Oh, yeah. That's all right, sorry.
Play back on here as we take to 10 seconds and under. Milford really needs to not allow one here. Right out front, and a save there. Oh my goodness.
I don't think that would have counted anyways. The net came off again, but still an impressive save. Ireland getting a stick back.
Milford having a tough time closing these periods out. Now 7 seconds to go. Play back to the point, and a little bit of a stick tie up there. And time will expire on Gilliat as he came across the line there looking for an opportunity. So Canton opened up the period with a quick one, less than a minute in, and the score remains 2-0 now after 2 periods. We'll be back for the third period following this. Back in between periods here with Hawks center Griffin Lynch. And Griffin, after a really competitive first period, you guys seem to take a couple steps back in the second period. So talk to me about what kind of happened there.
I thought we played really well in the first period. I thought we still played well in the second period. We just took a one step back a little. So in the third period, I think we just need to bring it up back to the first period. But just 2 minor mistakes led to 2 goals. But other than that, I think we're playing pretty good. Yeah, and being down only 2-0, your team's very much still in this one. So what are some of the other things that you guys got to do aside from the obvious to get back in this and get some points out of it? I think we need to help out Brian. He's standing on his head. He's playing outstanding. And I think we just need to create more shots on net. We don't really know how good this goalie is. We haven't had that many shots, so we need to create some traffic and force him.
Absolutely. Out front. And lastly, as a senior, just talk a little bit about what the program here means to you and what it's been like growing up and coming through the Milford system here.
These last 4 years have been really special. Playing with a lot of kids I've played since I was 8. So to see the program grow from going from 0-20 to almost 50 wins over the last 4 years is just something really rewarding.
Something to pride yourselves on, absolutely. All right, Griffin, good luck the rest of the way, and we'll see you for the playoffs.
Thank you.
We are back now for third period action between Canton and Milford. Canton coming into this one, the top-ranked team in the division, and are up 2-0 right now. As a quick little backhand from Lazaro goes right into the belly of Brian Ireland, who's had quite the evening so far, keeping his team in this one. Off the face-off here, Gilliat slows things down and starts things up for Milford. Pass goes behind Wild, though, and Canton's going to take it right back the other way as Hagen gets it in over the line and sweeps it in deep. Lathrop turned over. Lazaro trying to cut into the slot. Lazaro trying to get through some sticks. Nifty little pass through the legs. Nothing doing, though, and back up the other way comes Milford. Gilliat leads ahead for Wild. Wild trying to cut in. Wild shot, scores!
Wow.
Nice shot there. Roofing it over Slocum's shoulder, and he cuts the lead right in half. Just like that, Milford's right back in this one.
Oh, I take back what I said earlier. Slocum's a tall goalie, but Wild was able to find a hole up top.
They gave him just a little bit of space, and Drew Wild made him pay. As it really probably wasn't one of the best of the opportunities that Milford could have had, as coming from a tight angle down the wing, but still managing to make something happen. So 2-1 with just under 14 minutes to go in the game, and points still very much attainable for Milford. And what is quite a challenger in the form of Canton. Cutting through the slot, shot goes wide. Nice shot from Sean Kirby with some extra oomph behind it. Kirby now in the corner along the boards. Stansbury trying to pin him. Trying to work the puck, and it goes free of the point. Shot goes wide off the stick of Tyler Murphy. Aiden Wild along the boards, goes to the defense. Is Stansbury. Stansbury leads up for Lynch. Lynch across the line, a little bit too much for Schuler to handle as it goes through his stick and skates. Burns quickly winds it back in the zone. Harding with the puck leaves it behind. And Tyler Murphy, and again with it, up to Nagel. Nagel can't control. And finally getting out of the zone are the Bulldogs. Mobilia looking to get things going back the other way. Drew out, spanks it back in deep. Nagel played up too far ahead and taken back by Croto. Croto, not a great pass for Burns. He's forced to retreat even deeper in the zone with Goyich right on him. Puck gets freed up here. Nagel left off for Goyich. Goyich, that one goes wide. Along the near boards now. Mobilia going back to the defense. Croto. Gilliott a little too hot off of his stick.
Nobody's able to handle the puck right now. Both teams having trouble with the bouncing puck.
Maffeo behind the net. D to O'Mahony. He takes a hit from Gilliott, and Gilliott's gonna come away with this puck here. Only for the moment though, as O'Mahony takes backhands it off the high glass there. Maffeo, quick shot right in over the line and into the glove off the chest of Ireland.
It's actually a really nice save by Ireland, keeping his position even though the shot came from way out. He was partially screened by Lathrop, but he made sure to gobble that up.
Femia trying to win the draw forward. Lazaro plays back to the point. This one goes wide. Femia into the corner. Poked in. Lazaro, quick shot. Good set of hands on him. Shot from goes behind the net now. Cycled in. Femia winds up with a shot and a goal. Looked to be a bit of a screen there on Ireland.
Yeah, Milford got caught puck chasing there, and they lost their coverage on defense.
And Femia was able to thread the needle through a really tight space. You thought that Wild's goal was tight. I don't know how much more room that Femia had there, to be honest with you. And Canton restores their 2-goal lead now with about 11 minutes to go. In deep, Gilliott back to reclaim the puck. Hits his man. That was Kirby taking the hit. Mobilia up but not out. Tipped on the way of the net, and a good save there from Ireland. Gilliott with a nice tip to Mobilia, but he has it poked away from him.
Yeah, Mobilia's got to be a little bit stronger on that puck there. Jenkins had a nice break.
Trying to lead it out front, unable to. And Wild's got to try and make something happen, going back the other way, trying to gain some speed. Just barely onside. Mobilia's shot hits a body, and he puts it just in behind the net. Shane Walsh there for Canton. Walsh up the boards, kept in temporarily, and now skated out. Kirby trying to get to the puck, but not before Burns. Burns sprays to the side, but taken back by Canton. Canton centering attempt, looking in front there, trying to find Kirby. Here's a shot from the point. That one gets blocked down by Schuler nicely. Recovered though by Goyich. Goyich with some nice moves, trying to cut in. Goyich sticking with the puck, now thrown down on the check of Schuler. Schuler trying to get it out and unable to, if only for the moment though. Croto back with it now. Croto being tied up by Mulaney. Mulaney all over him. Now trying to force his way up the boards as Croto finds Schuler. Schuler sticks with it, trying to hand off for Wild, but he never had possession of the puck. Ireland for Croto being dogged behind the net. Some good pursuit there from Sam Nagel. Thrown out of the zone, but no icing. They said that he could have had it. Maffeo played up the boards to Nagel. Nagel cross-iced and on the stick of Lazaro. Lots of success for Canton so far this afternoon / evening, call it what you will. But with their cross-ice passes, has really led to a lot of offensive opportunities for them. Harding back to retreat, trying to get around Gilliott. Gilliott trips up and Harding's got the edge around him. Harding still trying to carry up and out. And instead of electing to go back to Tyler Murphy. Murphy skating around with it, leaves off for Harding. Harding over the line, good play there. Femia in deep into the corner. Back to Murphy. Murphy winds up, a shot goes wide from the point. Harding taps down to Lazaro. Lazaro finds Murphy at the point. Murphy trying to get into a wrist shot. Gilliott leads ahead for Wild. Wild trying to get ahead of his one man in Harding. Wild cutting in, shot, and a good denial there by Slocum, as Wild did have just enough of a step to get around. And we have a whistle here.
That's off the mooring again. Looks like I've jinxed that as well.
Yep, it's back with a vengeance this time around.
Not sure why they would blow the whistle there.
Well, Milford was in control of the puck. So Schuler now playing center instead of Lynch. Played up head, nice cross-ice pass in stride there was Kilduff. Kilduff played in deep for Kirby. Kirby faced some pressure from Lynch now, who's still taking defensive zone responsibilities in the center position, just not taking the face-offs. Burns kicks up along the boards. Schuler trying to tip it out, can't get it past him though. Stansbury will collect it though and get it out. No icing as played by Slocum. Kilduff chips out and handled there by Kirby. Kirby has Jenkins trailing him. Lathrop on the other side. Into the skates, handled nicely by Schuler, but he loses control and Canton quick to take it back. D to O'Mahony. He returns the puck to Maffeo. Maffeo up the ice. Too far, no icing though, as the clock ticks to about 6 minutes, 35 seconds now to go in the third period. 3-1 Canton. On the near side, trying to fight to get it out and successfully able to. Schuler in pursuit of the puck, goes back to Harding though. Harding D to Walsh. Walsh plays up and now it's into the zone, led ahead for Mulaney. Mulaney all over Croto and puck sent back beneath Ireland's goal line. Lathrop, a little chip of a backhand up the boards but not out, kept in by Harding. Harding steps toward and fires one in, tipped, and that one goes wide. Settled down by Walsh. Gilliott has his pocket picked. Lazaro, nice little slash on the toes there of Croto. Thrown toward the net by Femia, and that one goes wide. Kept in by Canton. Thrown toward the net. That one goes wide again. Hagen in the corner. Back to the defense. Walsh's shot. Stick down by Mobilia. Mobilia up the boards, trying to get to Gilliat. Gilliat trying to chip it out, unable to. Lazaro takes it out himself, though. Lazaro cutting back through the slot. Can't get past the layers. Mobilia again clears it out. Canton quick to throw it right back in.
Milford can't even get a change here. They've been on the ice in their own end for so long.
Drew Wild trying to step past, and he successfully does, but hits the ref. And that's just a tough break for Milford there, as it would have probably been as good an opportunity as Wild's had in this period.
Maybe Canton slipped a couple dollar bills in his pocket.
Maybe. Gilliat with it, taking on a few Canton defenders, including Lazaro, kept in. Lazaro takes it back now. Lazaro dumps right in on Ireland. He gloves it down and plays it for Stansbury. Stansbury let up for Wild. Aiden to Mobilia for Schuler. Schuler going 1-on-2. Now make that 1-on-3, it appears.
Oh, he had to look out for the ref. He didn't know where he was.
Make that 1-on-4. Burns seals off his man, takes the puck back. Schuler into support. Puck still at the feet, no one taking it until now. Schuler stick handles through center ice, trying to gain some area around Tommy Kilduff. Instead, he's forced to dump it in. Big hit there, but still in the zone. Lynch trying to play a little give and go with Schuler, but it got picked off. Schuler sidesteps the hit from Harding. Dealing with now Tyler Murphy in the corner, and Canton's able to skate it up and out of the zone.
Canton player taking a tough knee-to-knee hit there. Not sure it was intentional, but
yeah,
didn't look good.
Sean Kirby going off the ice for Canton. Burns up the boards, no one there to support though. Now Maffeo. Maffeo winds up with a shot and a goal. Maffeo with a laser from the point, and that should just put this one away. 4-1 Canton now.
Yeah, it's been their Achilles heel all night. Milford just not able to get it out of the zone when they need to. Schuler doing a decent job, but just not putting enough on the puck to get it out past the blue line.
Drew Wild with it. Throws it beneath Slocum's goal line. Gilliat, nice body presence there. But Mulaney was trying to take the puck away. Again behind the net in the corner. Drew Wild with it. And taken away by O'Mahony. Good stick from Wild there. Leaves off for Gilliat, who quickly pivots and throws it right back into the zone. Center attempt trying to leave it ahead for Mobilia, but too far ahead. Croto keeps it in behind the net. Unable to settle it down was Drew Wild. And iced here with 2:09 to go.
I would think Milford just used their timeout here.
You wonder whether they're thinking about maybe even pulling Ireland.
I don't think they would pull him at all in this game, but you know, at least try to come up with a play here in the offensive zone, try to score a goal.
Could be worthwhile to just test out different scenarios for the playoffs too, but
exactly.
You never know. Good save there by Slocum in the butterfly. Hagen skates it up, shot, save there, rebound, in behind the net now. Hagen trying to fight through a pile, does. Plays back to the point from Murphy. Murphy's shot hops wide. Stansbury up, not out though. Femia takes a big hit from Gilliat. Still with the puck though is Galvin. He loses it. Stansbury will skate back the other way. Stansbury's quick dump. Opposite corner, taken back by Canton. Galvin plays it right up, trying to find Mike O'Connor. Galvin to O'Connor. Shot goes high, glove down there from Croteau. Chance again, and that one goes wide. Croteau behind the net, reverses the other way. Flips it up and out of the zone as we are now under a minute to go in the third period. Croteau up to Gillett. Gillett can't find it in his skates. Croteau in to help out, play the body. Wild shields the puck. Goes back to Burns. Burns to Croteau. Croteau for Wild, but now things just looking a little bit sloppy here. Lynch plays it in quickly. And back out the other way comes Nagel. And there's that same cross-ice pass we've been seeing all night long to Tommy Kilduff. And as the clock ticks beneath 10 seconds now, and winds down on this one. It was a good competitive game for Milford, but in the end, still coming up short against a very tough Canton Bulldogs team. So they close out the season with a 4-1 loss. And you know, it was a tough challenge for them, but they really played their hearts out against a upper echelon team in this division.
Yeah, and it's really the kind of game where you don't really know what kind of strategy the other team is bringing into it, as both teams already know where they're seated in the playoffs. So can't really ask too much out of this Milford team to try and win this one, but overall I thought it was a great showing by Ireland, showing he's primed and ready for the playoffs. Basically stopping some of the best stuff that Canton was throwing at him. And Milford, I would say, is in better shape than they were during the middle part of the season going into the playoffs.
Absolutely, they played a lot better since that stretch early on in February, as now they look ahead to the playoffs and their matchup with North Attleboro. It will be the third meeting between those teams this season, and so it should be an interesting matchup with both teams having taken one game during the year. So we'll look ahead to that one on Wednesday night, but in the meantime, we're going to wrap things up here from Hopedale, Massachusetts. Again, your final score on senior night, Canton Bulldogs 4, Milford Scarlet Hawks 1. For Rob O'Keefe, this is Patrick Garapi, and we'll see you guys next time.